Radio Multiverse would like to thank all their faithful listeners for sticking with them for 50 episodes.
Freedom City, a true city of heroes. And there came a time of great crisis, when our city was on the brink of destruction, and a group of new heroes rose to answer the call. Their actions helped not only defend our fair city, but our entire existence.
Welcome to Radio Multiverse RPG, and it's a very special day, cause it's our 50th episode! Hooray! And as usual, I am of course your host, Ramsey. Yes, it's a very, very joyous occasion. Who would ever thought that we would last a 50 episode? Ever since our humble beginnings with our Deadlands game, up to today, we've been at this for almost every week for like, I don't know how long I've been. Wow, I should have looked this up before starting this recording. But yeah,
yes.
Haven't we've been at this for like over a year now. I remember our first game was like an Easter special. Our first game was already a special. Wow. Yeah, last year on Easter. That's our first game.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
Glad I remembered that now. So yeah, we've been at it for a while, and we're still going strong. I still don't feel like stop doing these recordings. Who knew? But anyway, today is a very special episode because we're going to go back to our beginnings as a group. And this actually goes back to the days when we weren't recording these sessions yet. When we started out, we started doing a superheroes game, Mutants and Masterminds, of course, set in classical Freedom City, the same setting as we used for Freedom Foes. But this time, of course, our players were playing superheroes, namely the Freedom Knights. So yeah, we're going to go back to those days, and we're going to run the most classical of all Mutants and Masterminds modules, the very first published module by Green Ronin Publishing, namely Time of Crisis. So hopefully that will be tons of fun.
We'll make it fun.
Yes, hopefully.
We're going to join forces with the villain and rule the world.
You clearly don't know what villain you're up against. Anyway, joining us today is an old face from way back when. It's Niko, back from the dead.
From the dead indeed. Hello.
Hey, Niko.
Who are you playing?
Yeah, it's been a while. Who are you playing today, Niko?
I am playing Extreme Volund, the most badass justice dispenser in all of Freedom City.
Wow! What does he do?
Nice. He goes around with rocket skates and punches people with rocket-propelled fists.
You're forgetting one point, though. What is he good at? Besides stealing our justice.
Science.
There we go. Okay.
Smart boy.
Okay, and isn't he also the youngest in the group? If I'm not mistaken?
That he is. 15
How old
years
is he?
of age. Woohoo!
That's old, dude.
Only
Very
15, yeah. So we got a kid in our group.
Oh dear Lord.
Hilarity ensued.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Niko, for joining us again today. And next up is that other guy that just won't shut up even when it's not his turn. It's Douwe.
Hey, Richard! Oh, right.
No, Douwe. So Douwe, who are you playing today?
I will be playing... Drumroll please! Enda Freyasdottir, whom the players know better as Hildist. She is she's a warrior, from Asgard. What she
See.
does for a living? Slaying the biggest monsters he can find.
Ah, sounds like
And
fun.
And tomorrow, an even bigger monster. Day after that, even huger.
Okay. Yeah, so she's an Asgardian warrior woman. Got it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And up next we have a Spfnym. Hi, Spfnym.
Hello.
So, who are you playing today?
Well, my character's name is Velocity. She is a 22-year-old, I think that was called a cyborg, who she was.
Yes.
So,
After
yes.
so, okay.
She is a speedster. That's those are her primary abilities, and she is a very kind person who really wants to do good for people. Now that she got those augmentations, yes, indeed.
Okay.
An organization called the Labyrinth gave them to her, but she escaped before they could erase her memory with the aid of trapdoor.
For those of you
now,
in the know of Freedom City lore, the Labyrinth is not a nice organization.
Yes. She keeps a soup kitchen. She is the cook there, indeed, working behind the scenes, sort of, keeping a low profile.
So yeah, a cyborg who's a speedster. That's not very common, so that's gonna be interesting. Thank you.
She's a motorcycle.
She's a motorcycle. No, she's not a transformer. No, she's not a transformer. Oh, and I hear Dries. Hello, Dries. Who are you playing today?
I am playing my old character, Verity, with a twist.
Oh, she's old?
What's the twist?
No,
Remember, Dries, to us she's old, not to the viewers at home.
I'm playing the character Verity with her psychic powers.
Psychic?
She has psychic powers, I think. Telekinetic powers, that's it.
Yeah, mainly telekinesis, she can't read minds or anything.
No. But telekinesis is also a psychic power, so whatever.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Anything else about her?
In her day life, she's just a university student, and in her secret life, she flies around the city doing good.
You forgot to mention that she's a patriotic hero, right?
Yes.
Because that's kind of important, I think. Okay. Thank you, Dries. And last but not least, it's that guy from America, Richard. Hey, Richard.
Hello.
Hey, who are you playing today?
Today I'm going to be playing John B. Smith, or as everybody else knows him, the Incarcerator.
Ooh, sounds dark.
Actually, no, he's very, very lighthearted. John is a by day he is he's a bike mechanic. He likes working on, mostly he likes working on his motorcycle, even though he has no idea what he's doing. His actual job, he really doesn't have one as of yet because he just doesn't care to. He has enough money stocked away that he's fine.
But and he travels around a lot, right? We established that he travels around a lot. Yeah?
Yep, he has been traveling around a lot. He's been going from place to place trying to find his niche. And by night, he plays the Incarcerator. And the Incarcerator...
Yeah.
Go on.
The Incarcerator is a justice-dealing, open-handed, badass superhero.
Justice. Okay.
Yes. He got his powers from the Lady of Justice.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's empowered by some sort of mystical spirit then.
Yep. Justice has entrusted him with her power, and he is out there doing good every night. Making sure justice has been served.
Cool. Well, he's a little bit similar to the Freedom League superhero in Lady Liberty then. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Wear...
But I just mean empowered by mystical spirit kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Thanks everybody. I didn't forget about anybody, I think. No, I forgot everybody. Okay, cool. Thanks everybody for showing up. But now it is time to begin with our game. Let me first localize the music I had prepared for now. Here we go. Found it. And I'll probably have to adjust the volume. Right now we're hearing nothing. That's peculiar. Oh yeah, it just starts up slowly. Okay. There we go.
Where is my pen?
Okay. The year is 2002. It all begins on a typical autumn weekday in Freedom City, as a chilly morning gives way to a sunny and mild afternoon. I think I'm slightly turning this down. There we go. The constant movement of traffic, cacophony of noise, that's a hard word, and a plethora of smells and tastes bombard the senses, just as city residents have long since grown accustomed to. Most of Freedom's citizens are busy at work, enjoying a late lunch or studying their lessons at school. The city's superheroes spend the day the usual way, protecting grateful innocent bystanders from an array of purse snatchers, burglaries, drug deals, gang violence, and assorted other street crimes. In short, it's about as quiet as things ever get for a costumed crime fighter.
Nice.
And just as the title, Time of Crisis, starts rolling onto the screen, we hear the very inappropriate song, Get the Party Started by Pink, in the background. It turns out this song is coming from a house in the suburb, more specifically the living room, where a man is sitting in his couch, enjoying a day off. As he takes a sip from his cup of coffee, he presses a button on his remote, changing the channel. And it changes from the music video starring Pink to the Channel 3 news. One moment, if you please. Okay, here we go. Bark.
Bark, bark.
Richard.
Don't yell at me. Yell at them.
And it's time for the 1 o'clock news with Mark Anthony. And on the screen you see a guy, a news anchor, sitting behind his news desk, dressed in a fancy suit. He appears to be a handsome man in his late 30s to early 40s, with brown hair, growing a little bit gray at the temples, and with a chiseled jaw and blue eyes. And he greets the viewers. Good afternoon. The damage caused to public properties by the battle this morning between the Freedom League and the Power Corps in Midtown has already been repaired, thanks to the intervention of Dr. Metropolis. What could have been millions worth in damages was restored in a matter of minutes by our very own Spirit of the City. Spirit of the City. Wow, I'm tripping over my words. According to our reports, local shop owners in the Midtown area are very thankful to Dr. Metropolis, and he can expect a gift basket delivered to Freedom Hall very soon. And then it moves on to the next point. Animal rights activists thought to be in league with the crime league villain Dr. Simeon recently broke into Astrolabs and liberated dozens of chimpanzees and one orangutan. In response, Dr. Simeon has posted a very lengthy recorded statement online denying any involvement. Apparently the gorilla scientist is offended that he should be mentioned in the same sentence as these animal activists, and says he would never lower himself as to work with these, and he looks at his paper, and I quote, simple-minded tree-hugging hippies. And in the same statement, he also mentioned he would take his revenge on the animal rights activists at a later time. Then the next point. Today, the Atom family confirmed the recent disappearances of work crews in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. And they were caused by none other than the villain, the Green Man. The heroes reunited the missing workers with their families and assured authorities the threat was over, or at least for the time being. You see him like flipping a page. Suspected mobster Thomas Giannetti was found dead yesterday. The apparent sixth victim of the mysterious vigilante known only as the Silencer. Further information about the case is unfortunately not available at this time. The FCPD says it's still investigating the matter. And the anchor needs a glass of water. Okay. Freedom Leaguer Johnny Rocket prevented avowed hate monger the White Knight from marring the opening of the city's celebrate. Oh, God damn it! All these hard words. Celebrate Diversity Festival in Riverside. Although the super criminal escaped capture, city officials announced plans to increase security but refused to cancel the remainder of the festival. And on the matter of last week's disappearance of an ancient Egyptian death mask from the Hunter Museum of Natural History, still no leads have been found. Police are reportedly baffled and say the investigation is still ongoing. Less official reports also state that the Raven is currently investigating the matter. Now, on a lighter note, our network, together with local newspaper The Daily Herald, World Magazine, and WXLL Radio, are joining forces to remember the 1993 Terminus invasion of Freedom City. And like a title appears on the screen next to him, "Where were you the day it happened?" All across Freedom City, we are interviewing ordinary citizens, asking them exactly where they were and what they were doing on that fateful day. And then the screen goes to a series of interviews, as you see reporters interviewing people on the street to ask them, well, just what they were doing on that day. And then after the series of interviews, it goes back to the news anchor, Mark Anthony. And he says, attendance to the Super Museum exhibition of invasion artifacts is reporting to be record-breaking. The museum curator, and then he paused for a moment, and you see him like grabbing to his earpiece and like remaining silent for a while. And then he looks to the camera again, and we interrupt our report on the Terminus invasion to go live to Amy Feng, who's at the Hanover Institute that's fallen victim to a giant monster attack. Amy, what can you tell us about the situation at the university? And then the screen goes to a pretty Asian lady with black shoulder-length hair. Looks like she's about in her mid-30s. And she starts speaking. We've only just arrived on the scene, Mark, but it appears a giant monster has just erupted out of one of the campus buildings of the Hanover Institute. Mass chaos has ensued. Students are fleeing the scene as fast as they can. We're now going over there to see if we can get a closer look. And you then hear some muttering of disbelief from the cameraman. And then you see Amy like whispering to her teeth, "Yes, we are, come on." And it then like you see then the camera image switching to like this blurred image of like a strange creature emerging out of the roof of the campus building of the school, and at first glance it looks like some sort of blob, but it has like shapes that vaguely resemble arms and like a mouth and eyes, but while it looks slimy, it's not exactly a slime kind of creature. It looks in structure more like fungus-like and all sort, and just like ooze is like dripping out of it for some reason. And oh yes, Amy continues to report. From what we can see, a superhero seems to be fighting the monster, because you see like this figure like flying around this monster. And then suddenly the figure is like hit by one of the arms by the monster, and it's like sent hurtling towards the ground, like crashes into the ground. And you see the camera like quickly running towards the downed superhero, and you see none other than Verity lying in a small crater. Dries, describe yourself as you're lying in that small crater.
I automatically take a sexy pose for the camera. No.
Dries, you've just been slammed into the ground by a monster.
Yes.
Fungus.
That's so painful.
Yes, but see, just like Barney, Verity never takes a bad picture.
Like who? Barney?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That
Anyway,
reference is lost on us.
How I Met Your Mother.
how does Verity
Oh,
look?
yeah. Verity looks, of course, a little bit beaten. I would say.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know, bruises all over. A little bit blood is running around her face, but that's it.
Yes, but describe what she looks like.
Okay. Verity is wearing what would be considered a very bad
Why don't you prepare them ahead of time then? You know they're coming up.
Yeah.
Preparation? Ha! Ha!
What is this preparation?
I do not need preparation.
Dries, is she wearing the Stars and Stripes?
Let's
Yeah,
start with
it's-
that.
Okay, then she looks like Evel Knievel back in the day.
No.
No.
Let me guess,
She is-
Dries, she's... Yeah.
Wearing mostly like I would say a blue jumpsuit or something with
Skin tight
with
outfit.
the main color blue with the red colors going through the sides of the costumes from boots to her arms.
So yeah, so the flag motif.
Yes, and she has white stripes over her costume with a big white star on her chest.
Okay. Got it. Anything else? Does she have any hair or something?
Yes, she has blonde hair over, I would say, almost a complete facial mask, except you can see her mouth.
Okay.
And you would think that she is wearing padding all over, but no, those are muscles.
Okay. Okay, cool. So,
So yeah.
like I said, the camera and the reporter run towards you as you're laying there, and and immediately Amy sticks the mic in your face, well, not exactly in your face, but near your face, and she first says, "Ma'am, are you alright?" and then she sticks the mic in your face.
I'm lying in a fucking crater. What do you think?
And she takes the mic back and she says, "Amy Feng, Channel 3 Action News. What can you tell us about this monster? Where did it come from?" And she gives you the mic back.
I have no idea where it come from. It's probably from the science lab, but experiment gone wrong. Not really, but I think so.
Well, actually, Dries, give me a perception roll to see if you could tell where it which part of the
24.
building it erupted for. 24? Yeah, it definitely came out of the biochemistry lab.
Again.
Looking again, I think I may be right. It's from the biochemist. Ah man, they should really secure that building more.
Yeah. There were, you heard something that some final year students were doing some experiments with fungus life and stuff like that, but clearly something got out of hand. Because this
Really,
isn't normal.
They should place flamethrowers on their incubator or something. Really.
Then we found out heat only makes it grow faster.
What is this, evolution?
So you're saying that it's an experiment gone wrong?
Yes, isn't Isn't that 90% of the monsters? The experiment's gone wrong.
And meanwhile, you see the monster further demolishing the building as more people flee in panic.
Now, if you excuse me, Amy, I've got a job to do before he levels the entire university.
Yes, and now we go from the news report to actually the heroes.
Oh boy.
So, Dries, I'm going to teleport you to our first battle map.
I live over there. I'm not yelling that would be stupid.
Yeah, that will be pretty stupid. Anyway, I'm going to make the map available for you. It is now player visible. You can now head over to the map, the Hanover Institute, but at the moment only Verity is there, so...
Mm-hmm.
Let's call the rest of the team.
What team?
You don't have... Dries, you... Yeah, it's actually a problem. You've never fought a monster of this size before, and you've never actually fought any kind of villain on your own before. You were always like with the Atom family and that, but they're off somewhere. You don't really know where, because they're like in a new continent or a new dimension every week. So yeah, but you couldn't join them because you have your schoolwork to attend to. But yeah, now you have to fight this giant monster on your own. How are you ever gonna pull this off?
Well, it's a giant fungus, and fungus are like mushrooms. They like dark, moist places, but they hate the cold. So I need nitrogen from the science building.
Okay, cool.
Liquid.
And how are you going to get into the science building when there's this giant fungus running amok?
Okay, then...
Stop offering me mad details.
Okay, the science building is where that creature emanated from, right?
Yes, you like I said, just look at the map. Hanover Institute.
Okay.
Select map Hanover Institute.
Oh, whoa, that's big, okay.
Yes, it's a big monster.
No, it's a big map, also that.
Oh, okay. Right. I forgot to put them in there, but pretend there are a bunch of bystanders running away from the scene.
Mm-hmm. Easy. Done.
Okay, I'm first gonna try to use my... Wait, do I gotta... Yes, my telekinesis move object to pick up the fungus monster so it can't move anymore while I go look for some nitrogen.
Okay. Okay, give me... Oh no. Give me first an attack roll, see if you can pick it up.
That's ranged, right?
Oh, by the way, wait, hold on, I need... One moment, please.
Okay.
A cable just came loose.
Maybe it's the music cable, because I don't hear music.
I know, I turned it off. And as you see the monster causing chaos and running amok, it bellows with the following noise. So yeah. It sounds nasty.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, give me an attack roll, Dries.
Yes. 21.
21, that hits it. And I'm going to make a roll to see if it can resist you.
Probably.